The internet, well, it's just flooded with claims these days, isn't it? You hear about
Yeah.
AI agents, maybe even these magic money printing machines.
Yeah, lots of noise.
But what's the real story? I mean, are they actually a breakthrough, or is it just, chatbots with better marketing?
Well, welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're definitely going to try and cut through that hype. We're doing a head-to-head comparison.
Mm-hmm.
We took two of the big ones everyone's talking about, ChatGPT's new agent mode and the more established Genspark AI. We really put them to the test.
Okay, so we're going to define what an AI agent really is,
Yeah.
not just the buzzword.
Right.
Then dive into how they actually did. Real-world business stuff. And finally, give our verdict.
Exactly. And hopefully you'll walk away with a kind of operator's manual, not just the what, but the how you can actually use these things effectively.
All right, let's start with that big distinction, because I think that's where people get tripped up. Chatbot versus AI agent. They sound similar, but they're not the same thing at all.
Yeah, think of a chatbot like a helpful assistant. Answers questions, does a single task you tell it to. It's conversational, sure, but it's kind of waiting for your next command.
It responds. That's the key.
Exactly. An AI agent, though, that's more like a project manager,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe even an intern, like we'll get into.
Okay.
It can handle multiple complex tasks. It goes out and finds information itself, makes decisions, tries things to hit a goal you set. It's not just answering, it's doing.
It's acting, taking initiative.
Right. So first up, contender number one, ChatGPT agent mode. This is OpenAI's big splash, right? They took the world's most famous AI
Mm-hmm.
and basically gave it the keys to the car. It's a big deal for them.
And the idea is that ChatGPT can now, actually do stuff. Browse the web, analyze files, write code, run code, do multi-step things.
Yeah.
It's like that brilliant conversational brain we know, but now it's controlling the engines and steering the ship. It's pretty ambitious.
Yeah, it is. Then there's contender number two, Genspark AI. Now, this one's a bit different, more specialized, not trying to be the do-everything machine. It's built for specific kinds of work.
What's really interesting with Genspark is strength seems to be as a strategic idea generator. Like,
Okay.
it won't just write one marketing email.
Mm-hmm.
It's designed to maybe give you 3 completely different angles for that email, different subject lines, different approaches. It's meant to spark new ideas.
That's a good way to put it. So if you think about analogies, ChatGPT agent mode is maybe the huge Hollywood blockbuster, big name, big potential, lots of buzz,
Right.
but maybe, some rough edges. Feels a bit like a version 1.0 sometimes.
And Genspark AI, that's more like the critically acclaimed indie film.
Ah, yeah.
Less famous, maybe, but respected for doing its specific thing really well. Polished, reliable in its niche. So let's boil it down. For someone listening, what's the core difference? Chatbot versus AI agent, plain English.
Basically, a chatbot follows specific orders. An AI agent plans and manages complex, multi-step projects to reach a bigger goal. More autonomy.
Okay.
So, to see who's really ready for, actual work, we ran them through identical business tests, real-world stuff. We looked at speed, reliability, and the quality of what they produced.
First mission,
Yeah.
the AI stock market analyst. We asked them both to generate 100 reports on top cryptocurrencies, comparing their year-to-date returns to Bitcoin's average over the last decade. Pretty hefty task.
Yeah, definitely. ChatGPT agent, it worked for about 45 minutes.
Which was pretty long for an AI tool, right?
Yeah.
And the result, well, it gave us some basic slides, very minimal info, and it just completely ignored the request for 100 reports, didn't do the deep analysis either, honestly, barely usable, just missed the whole point.
Okay. And Genspark AI, we tested it on similar things like analyzing 100 domains at once.
Yeah.
It consistently handled that high volume.
The reports were generally way more comprehensive, more detailed, and crucially, it actually gave us the quantity we asked for. It delivered on the scale.
So test one winner, pretty clear. Genspark AI, ChatGPT just wasn't reliable. Failing to follow that core instruction about quantity was a big problem.
All right, next up, the Code Monkey Challenge, or maybe Automated Code Review Challenge sounds better.
Let's go with that.
The mission. Look through 35 PHP files, find any hard-coded API keys, and replace them with a secure URL proxy. Standard dev task, but tedious.
Okay, so ChatGPT, it immediately hit this really frustrating limit. It can only process 10 files at a time, hard-coded limit.
Only 10, so for 35 files.
You got to do it in batches, manually.
Yeah.
Which totally defeats the point of automating it. You might as well just do it by hand at that point.
Wow. And did it even work within those batches?
That's the kicker. Even in a small batch of 10, it struggled. Only got 4 out of the 10 files right. So slow, inefficient, just a clear failure for that mission. I gotta say, I still wrestle with prompt drift myself sometimes, remembering these quirks. You think you've explained it perfectly, but
Yeah.
it's tough.
Yeah, I get that. So what about Genspark AI on the code challenge?
Well, Genspark hit a wall immediately, just flat out said,
Mm.
file type is not supported for PHP.
Oh.
Couldn't even start. Soft chuckle. So yeah, advanced tool, simple problem sometimes.
So test 2 was, well, a draw. Or maybe a double failure is more accurate.
Yeah, fascinating failure.
ChatGPT failed on scale and competence. Couldn't handle the volume, messed up the task. Genspark failed on compatibility. Didn't have the right tool for the job.
It's like one couldn't carry enough boxes and the other didn't have the right forklift.
Exactly. Okay, test 3. The content enhancement specialist. Goal. Take 20 articles, add Johnson boxes, and reformat data into tables.
Johnson boxes, for anyone listening, that's like a call-out box in an article, right? Highlights key info.
Yep, exactly. Common in marketing content. So ChatGPT.
Same story. Hit the 10 file limit again. Had to do 2 batches for the 20 articles. It was slow. But, it did eventually finish the task. It got there.
Genspark.
Genspark handled all 20 at once, no problem. But what was really impressive was its approach. It didn't just, blindly add boxes. It first figured out a template for the Johnson box.
Oh, okay.
And then applied that template consistently across all 20 articles. Much smarter, faster, more consistent output because of it.
Okay, so winner of test 3, content enhancement specialist.
Definitely Genspark AI, speed, scalability, and that intelligent sort of template-based approach really made it stand out.
Final test.
Yeah.
The image manipulation artist. We gave them 10 Pinterest-style images and asked them to create a presentation. Sort of vague, wanted to see what they'd do.
Right. ChatGPT, complete failure. Just totally misunderstood. Ignored the images we gave it.
Seriously?
Yeah, just created one single, completely unrelated new image. It was bizarre.
Wow. Okay, and Genspark.
Genspark also really struggled with modifying existing images. It seems like that's a common thing right now with these models. They're great at generating new images from text, but actually manipulating existing ones, like a graphic designer would in Photoshop. That seems to be a current limitation, a real blind spot.
So, test 4 winner. Neither. Showed a clear weakness for both in that kind of direct image work.
So thinking back across all those tests, what felt like the biggest consistent roadblock? What kept tripping them up?
It really came back to those arbitrary file limits, like the 10-file thing with ChatGPT, and then specific compatibility issues, like Genspark not handling PHP. Those technical hurdles often stopped progress more than anything else in the real world. So after all these tests, what's the takeaway? It really feels like that classic story, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The flashy show pony versus the reliable workhorse.
That's a perfect analogy. ChatGPT agent mode feels exactly like a concept car right now. Big brand, slick look, amazing demos, but then you take it out for a real drive. Execution is slow, it's less reliable than you'd hope, and it often kind of misses the point on complex instructions.
And that 10-file limit, we keep coming back to it, but it's honestly a deal breaker for serious work.
Totally.
Imagine trying to analyze a month's worth of customer feedback emails. Hundreds, maybe thousands. That limit means hours of manual batching. It just kills the whole automation idea. It really feels like a public beta. Maybe rushed out, not quite ready for prime time at scale.
But Genspark AI, that feels like the Toyota Hilux of AI agents.
Pickles.
Not flashy maybe, but built for heavy-duty real-world work. It just gets the job done reliably.
And it's way faster.
Yeah.
Often finishing tasks in minutes where ChatGPT took almost an hour.
Right.
And here's the really mind-blowing part. Genspark has almost no arbitrary file limits. It can process hundreds, maybe thousands of documents in one go.
Yeah.
Whoa. I mean, just imagine scaling that, analyzing hundreds of contracts or thousands of research papers effortlessly. That's serious power, real leverage.
And it was just way more reliable in the tests. Showed a smarter approach on things like the content enhancement. It feels mature, professional grade.
So our verdict, it's pretty unanimous, actually, if you're looking for a serious AI agent platform now. And yeah, they can cost maybe $200 a month for real capability. The clear winner for actual work is Genspark AI, ChatGPT's agent right now. It's more like a high-priced toy for enthusiasts. Genspark is a tool for people building things.
Which brings us to, okay, what makes a good AI agent then? Based on these tests, we kind of landed on 5 key things.
1, reliability and focus. It has to do what you ask, consistently, no weird detours. 2, a congruent thinking process. It needs to apply logic consistently across steps, build on its work.
Yeah, not just start fresh every time. 3, true scalability. No silly file limits. Handle hundreds, thousands of files. 4, real programming chops. If it's working with code, can it actually understand and modify it properly?
Yeah. Securely, too.
Right. And 5, speed and efficiency. Time's money, right? Minutes versus an hour. That's a massive difference in what you can get done.
So if we define good for an AI agent, based on what we saw in these tests,
It really comes down to reliability, that consistent logic and genuine scalability for handling real-world volumes of work.
yeah,
Okay, but before everyone rushes out and delegates their entire workload, we need some real talk about managing these AI interns.
Yeah, intern's a good word for it. They're super fast, super eager, but they need really clear instructions.
Yeah.
And close supervision. You wouldn't just hand the keys to an intern without checking in, right?
Exactly. And that hallucination problem, it gets amplified massively. Like, one wrong fact from a chatbot is annoying.
Mm-hmm.
But an agent making that same mistake across 100 reports or 100 files, suddenly you have a huge systemic mess.
So oversight is absolutely non-negotiable. You cannot set it and forget it, period. You have to check their work, validate it, especially for anything important. Trust, but verify. That's the mantra.
Definitely. And also remember, agent work is often slower than chatbots. A complex task might take 30 minutes, maybe several hours, so you got to plan for that. It's not instant.
And yeah, that idea of the $20,000 agent that just replaces a human entirely, runs your business while you're on the beach.
Chuckles. Still science fiction.
Pretty much. These are powerful assistants, not autonomous replacements for your brain.
Even with all that, they can seriously help you make money. Or save time, which is money. Like research and competitive analysis. An agent can scrape 20 competitor sites, pull out their value props, pricing, compile a report way faster than a human.
Or financial analysis, given an earnings report. Ask for summaries, trends, create charts. That's like junior investment banker level work, done in minutes.
As admin and executive assistants too.
Yeah.
Rewriting 50 articles into an ebook. Organizing schedules, summarizing tons of emails. Agents can do that.
Sales and lead qualification.
Yeah.
An agent could research a new lead, check their website, see if they're a good fit based on their inquiry, maybe even handle the first couple of messages.
Yeah, qualifying them before a human steps in. And coding and development, this one's huge. Systematic changes across hundreds of files, fixing bugs, converting languages, even implementing basic features. That could slash development time, months down to days, potentially.
That's transformative.
So with all these possibilities, but keeping in mind the need for oversight,
Yeah.
what's the single most crucial mindset for working well with these agents?
You absolutely have to treat them like extremely powerful but junior interns. Clear instructions, constant oversight. That's how you get the value. Mid-roll break, sponsor read would typically go here. Okay, so the big idea from this deep dive seems pretty clear. AI agents, incredibly powerful tools, truly. But they are tools. They're not magic money machines operating on their own.
Yeah, our tests really showed Genspark AI is the workhorse right now. It excels at scale, reliability. It's ready for serious business use.
ChatGPT Agents. Fascinating potential, no doubt, but still feels like a public beta. That 10-file limit is just a major hurdle for any real scale.
And ultimately, success isn't just about picking the right tool. It's about your strategy, how you manage them. Like those super effective but still supervised interns, it's about your direction.
So is the investment worth it? For businesses dealing with lots of content or code or research, yeah, Genspark AI offers potentially huge ROI if you use it strategically.
But remember that key rule. No AI agent just magically makes you money out of thin air. They amplify an existing solid business strategy. They make what you're already doing more effective, faster.
The people who really going to win with these tools, they're the ones with a clear plan already.
Yeah.
They know their bottlenecks. They give crystal clear instructions. They maintain that human oversight.
Right.
And then they use the time saved to focus on the high-level strategic stuff that, frankly, only a human can do.
So maybe take a minute and think about your own business. Where are those bottlenecks? What repetitive, scalable tasks are just eating up your time? Could a powerful AI agent under your clear direction be the digital leverage you need? Out to your own music.